Alright everybody, welcome to this show. This is the first time I'm doing one of these What Sold For Me videos with Stevie D. I'm going to go through all my sales for the past 4 or 5 weeks. I just picked out some of the ones that you guys saw in the videos, some of the things that I talk about, some of these bread and butter finds that aren't these big flashy finds that people show on Instagram. I want to show you some of the stuff that sold for me on a daily basis. So let's get into it. Alright, first platform I'm going to go through for the month was Poshmark. Poshmark, we had a solid month. All three main platforms that I sell on Poshmark, Goat and eBay, were all up year over year for me. I'm always looking for that year over year growth. So I'm going to go over some of the items that sold on Poshmark for me. First one that I sold was a Doc Martin Chelsea women's platform in a size 8. This is a pickup that I found at Burlington along with about 4 or 5 other pairs of Doc Martin women's boots. Doc Martens sell unbelievably well, especially when you get them in that dark brown or black colorway. Easy sells. I picked up, like I said, 4 or 5 pairs, got through 2 of them in the first 3 days. This one here was a size 8. Picked it up for 50 bucks, sold it for $159. So as we know on Poshmark, they withhold 20% on the back end. So solid profits right there on that one. All right, next one up, this is an Adidas Crazy BYW. This is the Veterans Day model. Something a little different. Special thanks on this one to Sneaker Finds 12. Check out his account on the side over here. The guy gives you tons of tips on great finds online and in the streets. This is something that, again, like I said, it was different. Different usually sells. You got 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day. Guys want to dress up in all USA gear, be flashy. This is something that would easily sell. So this is something that we picked up, $30, sold it for $119 shipped. Picked this up at Marshall's and moved this one really quick. All right, next one up was a Nike Air Max 1 women's golf shoe. This is a spikeless version. Simple colorway, a white silvery pink kind of colorway. Picked this up at $29.99, sold this for $70. Yeah, I know it's not a huge profit there, but still 100% ROI. And we picked this up in a size 9.5 women's, which is not the easiest size to pick up. But again, $29, sold for $70, made my money on it, and actually got in and out of it pretty quick. It only took me about 3 weeks to move this shoe. I was happy with that sale. All right, next one is the soccer cleat here. I love soccer cleats. Major profits in the soccer cleats. This is a Nike Mercurial Vapor Elite. And this was in a size 12.5, which is that dreaded size that we find quite a bit out in Burlington. Was able to move it though. This one took a little bit longer. This one took about 4 months to move. It was a $19.99 buy cost. Sold this one at $100. So we tripled up our money after fees. Can't ask for much more than that. Alright, here's another one of my favorite shoes to sell from Nike. You can pronounce this any which way you want. Romeleos. It's money to me. Alright, this is a gray and pink colorway that I picked up. I actually had a huge find with these. I picked up 11 pairs of these in one Burlington, and these things flew. I picked up everything from a size 8 to a size 12 in this shoe. $29.99 for the buy cost on this. This specific pair moved for me for $120. If you see these shoes to me in a size 12, I'll go all the way down, honestly, to a size 4.5, 5, because they convert over to a women's size. It goes up a size and a half. Huge profits. You'll see the flat bottom on them, the hard plastic bottom. These are for weightlifters, squatters in the gym. Men and women both wear them. It does not matter the colorway. If you can find them in a premium size, pick these up. Be patient on them. There's huge profits to be had on any platform. All right, the next one was a fun find. This was the Nike Air Max 1 LX, the JDI, the Just Do It. This is an all-orange colorway, a very bold, bright shoe. I had picked up 2 of these actually off of an Instagram story. Somebody was looking to cash out on them. I picked them up at cost that you would get them at Ross for, which was $49.99 a pair. Ended up moving this pair for my full asking price on Poshmark of $149. Great sale. Took me about a month and a half to get through them, but to make those kind of profits, that's no time at all. Alright, the next one is a little bit of a flashy find. This is a Nike Vapor Max utility, that Desert Ore colorway. Not the craziest of colorways that people would go out looking for. You got to have the right customer for this. This took about 3 months to move this one, but again, full asking price, $189 on Poshmark for this. My wife actually found this one at Burlington when she was out one day, $59.99. Great profits on this, made $100 on this pair of shoes. All right, next platform we're going to flip over to now is probably my favorite from last year, which is GOAT. If you're not selling on GOAT, you are missing out. Simple fees. Once you're on there selling, it's basically a 10% fee that they keep, and then they charge you $5 per transaction. You do not have to worry about returns. I ship out 8:30 every morning. I get paid out the next day. There's a processing center in Secaucus, New Jersey. So you get quick money, quick payout, no hassle, and a lot of people are really migrating to this site right now. So if you're not on there, make sure you're checking it out. All right, first shoe that I sold on here I want to go over is the Harden. The James Harden shoes sell really well. They're nice, consistent money makers. Picked this up in a nice size 9.5 at Ross, $39.99. Sold this one for $100. This one took about a month to sell. Colorway is a little bit bolder and brighter in a red. You got to find that specific person who's looking for it, but I was very happy with those profits. This next one's a different find, but one of my favorite shoes, the Air Force One from Nike. One of Nike's biggest selling shoes. If you find this, it's money. Picked this up at $39.99 at Burlington and moved this for $130. Took about 4 months to move it due to the size. It was a size 4, but got the price that I was looking for. Air Force Ones, if you find these out there, you want to do the research on them. It does not matter the size. Kids, adults, this is an old school shoe that's timeless. It sells colorways, all different colorways that are available out there. There's a lot of different platform versions of them, so make sure you're looking up Air Force Ones. Anytime you see them, they got that chunky sole on it, and they usually have Air written on the back. Do the research on these when you see them. Right, the next one was a used shoe that we sold on GOAT. This was in one of my videos that I showed. Picked it up at Plato's. This was the Vapor Max Flyknit. We picked this up in a size 11. Had to do a little bit of cleaning on this one. I know that's not everybody's favorite thing to do, but had to get out the soap and the brush, do a little scrub and cleaned it up. But we cleaned up into those profits. $40 buy cost. Moved this for $120. It took me a while. I usually build up a death pile of used shoes and then do them in big batches. Put this up on GOAT. Sold within 48 hours at $120. So you take away the fees there. We made about 150% ROI on that. I don't think you can ask for much better than that on a used shoe. The next one up to me is one of the classics as well, the Air Max 98. This is, I think, one of the most slept on Air Max models. There's a lot of money to be made in great colorways on this. So this was a reflective silver, women's size 8. Picked this up at Ross about 3 months ago. $55 buy cost. Moved this at $130. So another double up. That's what we're looking for generally. And when we find these clean colorways like this, I will price it a premium and we'll wait it out. If it was something that was in a bright orange, different colors, I might have adjusted the price a little bit. But in a reflective silver or a triple white or triple black, when you get those premium colorways, make sure you're patient and get the proper money that you're looking for. And I feel that we did on this item, doubling up. All right, the next shoe we're going to talk about, this was in my last video. This was the Jordan 31 UNC Low. Needle in a haystack find. Found one pair of them at Marshall's. Picked it up at $34.99. Sold it for $190. This one moved quick for us. We picked this up and sold it within a week. You can't ask for much more than that on a Marshall's pickup. New with box. We're going to list it high. Not a lot of listings on GOAT for this. I think there was only 4 total listings for this shoe. It was a few years old, but got great profits on this. Look for those Jordan models. They are out there. All right, next one was also in my last video. This is a collaboration between New Balance and Concepts. This was the Boston pack. Picked this up at $45, brand new with box. Sold this for $210 on GOAT. Amazing profits. One of the things that I always preach, get friendly with your associates in the stores you go to. One of the reasons that I got the box with this pair of shoes is because of the relationships that I built up with the employees in the store. I go in, I'm friendly, I talk to them, ask how their day's going, bring them a coffee every once in a while, and you make those relationships. And people don't get that kind of feeling anymore when they're in the stores. Everybody's on the run, everybody's quick to get back to their jobs. You know, make sure you take the time and talk to the people around you. People appreciate those relationships. It makes them get through the day, makes them feel that people appreciate the work that they do. You know, and those little things go a long way. So that's one of the relationships that I fostered, was in this specific location, and they made sure to grab that box for me when I asked them if they had it in the back. So 45 into 210, amazing profits on this one. Again, move really fast, sold this one within a week of picking it up. This is one that was in one of my videos a few videos back that I actually caught some slack. People were like, why'd you pick that shoe up? Tennis doesn't move. You know, it's a rough colorway. Listen, Roger Federer, best tennis players of all time. One of his signature models is the Air Zoom Federer, size 10.5. To me, I thought it was a great colorway. It was a dark blue with metallic trim on it. Great size, high quality shoe. We picked this up at $50. Sold it for $120 on GOAT. So again, a double up for me. Took a couple months to move it though, but I'm okay with that. You know, sometimes I'm picking up a shoe, I know I'm going to be in it for a long haul. And with a tennis shoe, I figured this was going to be something that was going to take a while to move. But if you could take a stock and make it $50 and with 3 months it's worth $100, anybody would jump on that. So I look at it in the same way. Picked up this shoe, knew I was going to be in it for the long haul. 3 months to me isn't that long, and doubled up on this one. All right, the next one is a favorite of mine. I love a 270. Nike 270 N7, clean colorway, white. Got the blue accent with a little bit of the tribal print on the side. Picked this up in a nice size, 8.5, which can be a women's 10. Higher buy cost on this one. It was $60 at Burlington, but we moved it for $150. I've picked up about 4 pairs of these, and they've all gotten around that $150, $160 price point. I have one left now to move. If you see this one out in the streets, I think it's kind of come and gone at this point now, but you never know. It may come back again. This is an auto cop. Pick this up, list this one high. I would say at $150 minimum price listing on this one. Always look for the 270s in a clean colorway, or if you can, even the guys' small sizes, they convert, again, up a size and a half for women's. Don't be scared if you find a guy size 5, size 6. That's going to convert over to women's easy and give you big profits. The last one I want to go over on GOAT is a shoe that was flooded. This was the New Balance J. Crew 1400. People were finding these by the cartful at Marshall's. Me personally, myself, I picked up about 6 pairs of these. They were retailing at $49.99. I had this one in a size 9.5. Got $130 on GOAT for it. This is a shoe that people crushed on GOAT. I saw listings as low as $80 on this shoe. So again, if you think about those profits, we're doing 10% plus $5. So selling it at $80, you're going down to almost $65 and you're buying it at $15. Those 25% margins aren't what I'm looking for. I was patient on this, listed it high, $130. So after I take my fees out, I'm making more than double than what I paid for this shoe, which again is my business model that I'm looking for. Have a couple pairs left of them. I'm going to let the low ballers and undercutters get out, and then I'm going to get my money. Make sure you're patient on a premium shoe like this. New Balance Made in the USA shoe is a premium shoe. It's a high quality shoe, and it's sought after by a lot of people. Make sure you're patient, and you will get your money on a New Balance Made in the USA product. All right, next one we're going to move on to is eBay. We're going to go over a couple of our sales that we had from the last 5 weeks on here. First one I want to hit, a couple yard sale and thrift store finds. We had a 7 count of vintage wrestling bandanas. It was a little bit of a mix of WCW and WWF, WWE, if you want to call it there. Picked these up for $1 a piece. Put it into a lot. 7 count bandana. Sold it for $50 shipped. These actually went over to the UK. It was a buyer over in Great Britain that picked it up. Was looking for that wrestling memorabilia. There's a huge wrestling culture in the UK, also in Japan and Asia. So when you find vintage, unused, clean wrestling things when you're out there in a thrift, make sure you look up the comps on them. There's a huge wrestling following, tons of money to be made. All right, next one I want to talk about is another WWE piece. This is a replica belt from Figures Incorporated. It's got nice weight to it, leather band. Found this for $5 in the thrift. Sold this for $80 plus $15 shipping. This one went down to Alabama. Again, another quick sale. I put this one up and I sold this one in 4 hours. I took the best offer on it. Again, was in my death pile. Finally got around to listing it. WWE sells. There's a lot of these different belts. You got to make sure you take a look at them. The weight usually is the giveaway. There's a very chintzy, cheap replica belt that you can buy for like $10, $15 at any toy store or at Walmart. And then you start getting into bigger, bulkier, heavy with the big buckles, big snaps, heavy leather belts. Those are the ones, if you find them out at flea markets or yard sales, if the price is right, grab them. Some of these replica belts can go for hundreds of dollars. So again, look at the manufacturer on the back of it. Search, WWE title belt with that company, and this one popped right up. It does have the spinner plate on the front, so it was an easy thing to look up, buy exactly that spinner plate WWE belt, and then I searched the completeds from high to low. This was an easy pickup. I already knew this one off the top of my head. I have 2 kids who watch wrestling, and I know wrestling sells. Make sure you're looking for it while you're out there. This next one's one of my favorites as well, the Nike Hyperdunk. I love the Hyperdunk. Huge market for it in Asia, in the American high school and college basketball scene. I even see kids in my kids' rec league wearing this shoe. All right, so we picked this one up at a great price point, $39.99. This was from Ross. sold it at full $129 asking price. We had it up with a best offer as I take on everything that I have. They bought it outright, and what do you know, it went over to Asia. Quick sale, took about 4 to 5 weeks to move it, but great profits. All right, another one that I really like to pick up are the free runs. Anything with that free run, that flex material, super light shoe. The Flyknit versions sell amazingly well. These aren't always going to be your 100% ROI, but they are great bread and butter shoes. Lots of bold, bright colorways on these. It's a great running shoe. Picked this up at Ross for $50. We got that $100 on the dot, which we know on eBay now, men's and women's athletic shoes, you pay no fees on eBay now. So I wanted to get that $100 price on this, and I did. So the only thing out of pocket for us was that shipping fee and that little bit of that PayPal fee, but great margins on this one for us. This one, again, took a little bit longer. It took about 3 months to move this one, but I was happy with the sale on here. This next piece is something I think a lot of people would have left behind, and we bought up a little bit for this one. This was a Nike Air Aloft jacket. This was in a beige color. Picked this up at Burlington, $65. We ended up moving this for $145 shipped. Super high quality jacket. I think it was $180 retail on this, so when you get anywhere near the retail price on a Nike jacket, that's a great sale. When you feel this jacket, it's super lightweight performance. It had the holes inside for the airflow. Just a great quality piece, but I picked it up because of that colorway, that nice light beige. There were a couple solds already that were in the $130, $140 price point, so it made me feel confident getting into it. Moved it pretty quick. Took about 4 weeks to sell it. It was a nice spring jacket, and it's exactly what happened, and we made a great sale here. Back to more performance gear, Under Armour. This was a cold gear vest. I know a lot of people saw some of these highlight reels on Instagram of people picking up extremely cheap Under Armour gear in Ross, and it was true. It was happening. I don't think these were mistags. I just think these were priced. We've seen people in California and people in Jersey picking these up at dirt prices. All right, so we picked this one up at $15. Sold this jacket for $80 shipped. This one moved extremely quick. It was a week to get out of there. Great gray colorway. The vest, lightweight, clean. This is something that you can sell for really in that spring, the fall season. You know, soccer moms, hockey moms wearing this into the rink or out onto the pitch. Just a great look. Clean, goes with any kind of shoe, any kind of occasion. I really like picking up, you know, items that I think anybody can wear anywhere. You know, if you go to those bigger, bright colorways, it might take a little bit longer to move. When you pick up these gray colors and these nice, clean looks, they're typically going to move fast, and that's what happened here. All right, here's one that I got in early on, and then the floodgates open. This was the Nike Air Max 95 Windbreaker. Ended up finding about a dozen pairs of these. We picked them up at around $50 a piece. The flood market opened on this. People were selling this shoe for $80, $90. Again, being a vet, I know I'm getting into it. I'm going to be into it for the long haul, and I listed across a bunch of different platforms. Ended up getting $140 shipped for this, which is an amazing price on this shoe. I haven't sold many at this price, but I did get this one. The other ones have been moving for me for about $110, $120, which still give me about that double up, especially like we said on eBay, no fees over $100. I was happy with the profits on this one. At $140, you can't ask for much more than that. All right, back to some more of those New Balance made in the USA. This was, again, the 1400, but in a forest green color. This is a little bit of a tougher color, but a lot of OGs who like New Balance like these, you know, these earth tones, these browns, these greens. You know, picked this up, picked up, again, about 4 or 5 pairs of these. Buy cost $50. Ended up selling it at $129 shipped. No fees. Had to pay that shipping fee, though, but still, a double up. At the end of the day, this is something that I have had for a while. I ended up picking these up about 6 months ago. I know there's some other people out there as well that went in heavy on these and they've had trouble moving it. It is a tough colorway. Green and blue tend to be a little bit rough. You got to find a particular person in the market looking for it. But when I see that made in the USA on a $997, $98, $99, $1,300 or $1,400, those are the 5 models typically of New Balance I'm looking for. Made in the USA takes it up another notch quality-wise. It's a high-quality shoe. All right, next one. This is a 2-pack of throwing shoes. We got one in the blue, one in kind of that beigey, earthy colorway. Picked up one of these at Burlington for $16.99. Picked up another one at Ross for $19.99. Sold both $80 each. They were 2 separate sales, but just wanted to show you 2 different colorways, same price point. Again, these aren't huge home run hits, but when you're buying at $20 and selling for $80 shipped, you're double or tripling up your money. These are the kind of buys that move quick, And I picked up both of these and moved these within a month, but I usually pick these up in big bulk, so I'm making good money over the course of the year on these. Throwing shoes sell. They're not an easy find anymore. People are out there. Shot put, discus, track and field shoes usually do well. They are seasonal, but even in the big sizes, 12s and 13s, you can sell these for good profit. All right, next one's a thrift find. Big basketball guy myself, as you can see from my Instagram video, lighting it up on the court in the driveway. This is a DeJuan Wagner jersey. This was an authentic Cleveland Cavaliers jersey. Picked this up in a thrift for $8. Jerseys are a little bit tricky. If you're not familiar with them, there's a lot of fakes out there when you go into the thrifts, yard sales. You got to really know what you're looking for. One of the giveaways typically is on the name or the number. You can see some bubbling in the number, especially. That doesn't always mean it's fake. Sometimes that can be from washing and wear and tear. You got to look for bad embroidery. This one, when I saw this one stood out. It was super clean, professional. You can see that this is something that came from probably a Foot Locker or one of your sports retailers. $8 buy, $100 plus $10 shipping on this one. I do put shipping on all of my thrift and yard sale finds. I don't know why, I just do. People are looking for these. These are hard to find jerseys. DeJuan Wagner authentic jersey. There was not a ton of them out there. Cleveland Cavs. So an authentic jersey of obscure players, I love to pick these up. You know, there's always going to be somebody looking for that obscure jersey. People laugh at me when I put some of these on my Instagram, like, who wants this guy's jersey? He wasn't a big-time player. Listen, somebody could have seen him in high school, seen him in college. It could be distant family. Sometimes it could be the player's family itself looking for old items. You never know who's going to purchase from you. To me, sometimes more obscure the better. But this was a super clean jersey. Amazing profits on this one, and we moved it pretty quick. This was in my death pile. When I finally put it up, I moved it within 3 weeks at $100. All right, and then the last one I'm going to go over on this video is an awesome shoe. Under Armour Rock. This is a shoe I think a lot of people were picking up at Ross in that $50 price point, $45 price point. I actually went to the Under Armour outlet and hit the back wall in there. I think a lot of people sleep on the Under Armour outlet. Everyone's obsessed with the Nike outlet and the back wall sales and the friends and family sales. Don't forget about Adidas and Under Armour as well. All right, so we went to the Under Armour outlet, picked up a dozen pairs of these. They had the box bottom, but the tops were ripped off. They did come with the extra laces as well. Picked these up at $52 a pair. Now, I think if people were finding these in Ross at $52 a pair, they'd have no problem picking it up. But people sleep on going to the Under Armour outlet. Went in there, picked this up $52, sold it for $110 shipped. Again, no fees. We had to pay the shipping fee, so it was about a double up on this. But to be able to go into a store and pick up big quantity of an item, I'll go to that 75, 80% ROI with no issue if I can pick up big quantity. We know how much Project Rock stuff sells, especially the shoes. This is a great blue colorway, nice for all occasions, hiking, going out, you know, walking with the family. It's just a great clean look. Rock has a huge following. If you see that bullhead, that Project Rock, make sure you're looking up the comps. Not all of it's an automatic pickup, but generally when you see the shoes, especially at a $50, that's the one to win. Alright, and that'll do it for this video. Thank you for watching my first What Sold For Me video. If you enjoyed this, please let me know down in the comments. I didn't want to go over every single sale, obviously, that I made. I wanted to give you about 8 or 9 from each platform to show you the kind of different things that I pick up that a lot of people don't show on their videos or show on Instagram because, they're not the big flashy finds. But I think at the end of the day, we're all in this to make money. So if you learned a couple little things from this video, that's what I'm looking for, is to try to help you out. If you have any questions, make sure you get me in the DMs, stevie.d.reselling. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, especially right now with the coronavirus. I'm at home with the family and the kids. I got a little bit more time to put out some videos, answer some questions. Please make sure that you hit me with some questions or go down in the comments below and let me know what you think. Alright, make sure if you guys like this video that you hit that thumbs up for me, hit that subscribe button, and tell your friends to come watch some of these videos. I'm always around to help people make money. I have had some people get referred over to my channel. Watch it, learn how to sell some of these shoes and make some money, and that's all I can ask for. I love helping people out. And again, if you got any questions, hit me up anytime. I'll see you guys for the next one.